Hey guys, MechX here, back again with another video. In this one, we are going to understand what are proxy servers and how do ProxyChain works, its installation and use in order to stay anonymous while surfing the internet. Also, if you are new to this channel, do consider subscribing the channel and sharing the video to your friends and family. So without any further ado, let's dive straight into the video.
Comes and goes.
So in order to understand how ProxyChain works, let's understand what are proxy servers and how they work. While surfing on the web without visiting directly to the web server, you are directing your request to the proxy server, and the proxy server will further request the web content and give the response back to you. It means the proxy server acts as a client and does not give the real IP address behind the proxy. This helps hide your public IP address, which then leads to your anonymity while surfing the internet. Here's an example image on the working of the proxy server. Do take a look at that. Now let's see what is ProxyChains. ProxyChains is a tool that forces any TCP connection made by any given application to go through proxies like Tor or any other SOCKS 4, SOCKS 5 or HTTP proxies. It is an open source project for GNU or Linux systems. Essentially, you can use ProxyChains to run any program through a proxy server. So basically, ProxyChains are a sequence of different proxy servers you use to connect to a certain host. Types of proxies. So there are mainly two types of proxy, namely open proxies and reverse proxies. So open proxy is a forwarding proxy server that is accessible by an internet user, whereas reverse proxy or surrogate proxy is a proxy server that appears to a client to be an ordinary server, while reverse proxy forward requests to one or more ordinary servers which will handle the requests. Here's an example image visualizing the working of ProxyChains. In the given pic, the client wants to retrieve the content from the web server, but doesn't want to give his public IP address, so he decides to use ProxyChain. He does the web request, which is first forwarded to series of proxy server and finally reaches the web server and gets the response. Then the series of proxy servers then performs a reverse traveling and gives the response back to the client. So with that being said, let us see how we can set up ProxyChains in Kali Linux. Now in many Linux distros, ProxyChains are pre-available, but for some cases, we have to install them manually. The first command is sudo apt-get install ProxyChains. As this installation finishes, next we have to install Tor service. For that, the command is same but replace ProxyChains with Tor. Now it's time to configure our ProxyChains. You can use any editor you are comfortable with. I am using Nano. Here firstly you have to uncomment dynamic chain and then comment out strict chain. Coming down, uncomment the proxy DNS request. This will prevent the DNS leaks. And now finally add SOCKS 5, hit tab 127.0.0.1 followed by the 1950. That's the port. Save the edits and close your editor. Now enable the Tor service. Now first type ProxyChains and type any command you want. Here you can see my IP address and the location, And yes, obviously I'm not from Austria. Now let's do a quick DNS leak test. And as you can see, the DNS are 2 of Austria. Now if you want to stop the Tor service, the command is sudo service tor stop. Remember, with great powers comes great responsibility, so better do not do any illegal stuff. Rest is up to you. I hope you got to learn something from this video. If so, do leave a like on the video and subscribe the channel, share the video, and do give feedbacks in the comment section with new topics. Till then, Mekex here signing off and have a nice life ahead.